15,000 throats explode inside Carver-Hawkeye Arena. Outside, a line that started at dawn snakes around the cornfields. On TV, more than 1.3 million remotes land on the same channel just in time to watch the rookie-turned-icon stroll back onto her old hardwood. Caitlin Clark's first shot barely brushes net. 36 feet of pure dare, and the building levitates. Twitter, TikTok, ESPN, even the local diner's chalkboard all light up in real time, except for one account.
Where is Nike?
In Beaverton, Oregon, the social media dashboard of a certain swoosh-shaped empire stays darker than a power outage. That hush is louder than every cheer in Iowa City, and it triggers a question no one can shake. Why would Nike, of all brands, ghost its most magnetic athlete at her biggest moment?
Now, one of her lead sponsors that was noticeably quiet yesterday was Nike. And a lot of people were tweeting about this. They were wondering, why isn't Nike and Nike basketball, why are none of their accounts saying anything about this? Yes, it's a preseason game, but this is a huge day for Caitlin. She's returning to her alum. Who knows when she will play there again? And she hit a 36-foot three-pointer from her logo, the record-breaking logo where she beat the NCAA scoring record.
A spark of curiosity turns into full-blown suspicion, because the silence isn't an accident, it's a pattern. And patterns, once exposed, usually point to a storm nobody wants to name. The scoreboard is irrelevant. What people remember is the moment the former rookie pauses at the center court logo, rocks back on her heels, and lets the ball fly from a different zip code. 36 feet later, the net snaps, and every camera flash in the arena fires at once. It feels like watching a myth form in real time. Gatorade gets it. Within minutes, their timeline beams. Real home court advantage. Welcome back, Caitlin. Simple, punchy, effective. One retweet later, 500,000 eyeballs are chewing bubble orange thirst quenchers. Nike's timeline? Absolute radio silence. No highlight clip, no snappy caption, not even a lazy retweet of the wnba account. The void is so blatant that number "Where is Nike" jumps trends before halftime.
Where is Nike? Has there ever been a bigger ball drop in the history of athletes than what they have done with Caitlin Clark? Do they not understand?
But that hush isn't a glitch in the matrix. It's the tip of an iceberg built over 2 seasons. And the deeper you dive, the colder it gets. Flashback 9 months to the Super Bowl ad season. Every 30-second block costs more than a Beverly Hills condo, and Nike drops a glitzy montage of tomorrow's icons. Clark makes a blink and you miss her cameo. 2 seconds, no spoken line, wedged between legacy stars and product shots of sneakers she doesn't own. Keep rewinding. Draft night. No custom suit stitched by Nike tailors, no backstage shoe reveal, just an off-the-rack blazer and generic kicks. Summer League. Paige Buchers, still rehabbing a knee in Connecticut, unboxes a limited edition GT Hustle with her initials on the heel while Clark tapes her ankles in plain white Kobe's.
Do they still not have a Caitlin Clark shoe out? How in the world is Nike not going full-on Caitlin Clark phenomenon? You've got the most popular women's athlete in the world.
Billboards exist, yes. A billboard is paint on concrete. Impressive, but passive. What's missing is the full-court press Nike usually unleashes when it smells the next Jordan. With Clark, they've tiptoed as if walking on eggshells they laid themselves. Conspiracy? Maybe. Coincidence? Keep wishing. Stop looking at feelings. Stare at numbers. 41 of the Fever's 44 games will beam to a national audience this year, triple the average of any other franchise. Ticket marketplaces record a 400% surge when Indiana visits, and secondary market seats in cut-rate arenas suddenly price higher than NBA nosebleeds. Sponsors salivate. State Farm shoots a quirky spot built around Clark's logo range comfort zone. Hulu offers her an executive producer credit on a docuseries that hasn't even started filming. By conservative accounting, she's already the first woman in team sports to flirt with 8-figure endorsements out of the gate. That's Michael Jordan territory, minus the shoe that turned MJ into a global religion. If money talks, this is a rock concert scream. Yet Nike keeps lip-syncing silence. But silence often covers up the sound of gears grinding behind a locked door. Scroll the calendar 3 days before Clark's Iowa homecoming. Nike drops the A1, Aja Wilson's long-awaited signature sneaker. Limited pairs vanish online in 4 minutes. Headlines trumpet, first WNBA MVP with a Nike SIG since Taurasi. Aja deserves every decibel of that applause. Problem: marketing oxygen is finite. Flood the feed with Clark highlights on May 4th, and the A1 loses heat before it even hits most doorsteps. Internally, Nike's Whisper network fears exactly that. The swoosh has a history of letting signature lines breathe. LeBron didn't debut the Soldier until Kobe's third fadeaway silhouette had settled on shelves. So Nike chooses triage, protect the A1 launch window, muzzle everything that competes with it, even if that competition happens to be their own generational lottery ticket from Iowa. Fans read the room instantly and call it what it looks like: jealous gatekeeping disguised as brand strategy. And nothing ignites fandom faster than the scent of unfairness.
They're not afraid to drop to their knees and slurp Aja Wilson.
Complicate matters with Wall Street. Over the past 12 months, Nike's stock slid 39%. Analysts cite stale classics, overstuffed warehouses, and a creative slump hard to mask with recycled colorways. Internally, execs promise a bold gender offense play to reignite sales. Translation: they need a new star capable of cross-pulling Gen Z wallets and millennial nostalgia. Clark is that star. Everyone with a spreadsheet sees it.
Nike seems to be continuing to fumble the bag when it comes to Caitlin. She still doesn't have a signature shoe. The merch is very limited that they put out for Caitlin Clark, and a lot of fans are wondering why.
Yet top brass hesitate, worried about optics. Handing a rookie superstar treatment while 3-time MVPs still wait feels like pouring gasoline on locker room resentments already smoldering since Clark's historic college run. Risk-averse suits hate bonfires more than sagging revenue. The irony? Their caution may cost more than any blowback ever would. Because every day they stall, someone else lays bricks on the road to dethroning the swoosh. The WNBA isn't shy about hierarchy. Veteran stars spent a decade grinding for pay bumps and network slots, only to watch a former rookie waltz in with primetime scheduling baked into her first pro contract. Some call it privilege. Others call it reality. Eyeballs follow charisma, not tenure.
The reason this is happening is they're scared of the old WNBA fandom. The very people that are mad at all you Caitlin Clark fans, Nike doesn't want to make mad.
Nike's marketer minds this tension like a plate spinner at a carnival. Go all in on Caitlin too soon, and they risk alienating the vets who already fought for signature shoe status. Wait too long, and the generational wave may break over Adidas, Puma, or, worst nightmare, some disruptor with a 3D printer and a TikTok algorithm. Inside forums and anonymous Slack leaks, one rumor refuses to die. Nike will not greenlight a Kate Force One until Wilson's A1 completes at least one global restock cycle.
He reports Nike wants to prioritize Aja Wilson, and it fears the optics of giving a rookie a signature shoe before an already established star who just won league MVP for the 3rd time.
In short, Clark's timeline is shackled to someone else's milestone. That's less a fumble, more a calculated delay. To fans, though, calculation looks a lot like cowardice, and cowardice never wins the final buzzer. When Nike stays silent, the internet refuses. Clark's boyfriend, former Iowa guard Connor McCaffrey, casually retweets a meme that reads, "Y'all got Wi-Fi in Beaverton?" It detonates. Hashtag armies mobilize. TikTok creators splice the Logo 3 clip over audio of cash registers ringing, followed by Nike's empty feed. Redditors post side-by-side screenshots. Gatorade gushing, Nike ghosting. Soon, mainstream outlets ask Nike's comms team for comment. They offer none. Silence becomes the story, and stories morph into legends that cost stock points. Anger mutates into action. Mock-up. Kate Force One designs sell as stickers and phone cases faster than official Nike merch. Independent apparel brands crank out hoodie drops featuring Clark silhouettes. Legal? Maybe not. Profitable? Oh yes.
People want to buy Caitlin Clark things, and they especially want to buy Caitlin Clark Nike things. Why is Nike continuing to wait so long into her WNBA career when you could have put something out last year and it would have sold out?
Every unsanctioned sale is a receipt of revenue Nike left on the sidewalk. And sidewalks littered with free money eventually lead even giants to bend down. Behind cedar doors at World HQ, the plan finally leaks. Clark will headline a limited Kobe 6 Protros pack this summer, her bridge line, while the Real Signature launches spring 2026 with a multi-sport apparel collection, personal logo, and women-first tech story. Working title, codename, Kate. It's safe, strategic, and painfully slow, because Clark's sophomore campaign could very well climax with an MVP trophy, not a rookie ribbon. And every trophy ceremony pressed by cameras is another missed swoosh moment. Pressure cooks, shareholders mumble, competing brands circle, and yet Nike refuses to sprint. They're betting that anticipation sells better than immediacy, that 2 more seasons of build-up will make the dam burst bigger. Maybe they're right. Maybe every second of silence is secretly loading the slingshot. Tick-tock, Beaverton. The clock you're hearing belongs to a player who pulls from 36 feet without blinking, and fans who buy faster than you post. One day soon, screens will flicker, feeds will refresh, and the first official teaser for the Kate Force One will hit. Instagram will erupt, meme accounts will cry vindication, and shoe site servers will collapse under pre-orders measured in seconds. When that moment arrives, people will cheer, but they will also remember. They'll remember the social media blackout at Carver-Hawkeye, the ghosted highlight reels, the homemade t-shirts that outsold official jerseys. They'll remember that the greatest fumble in modern marketing wasn't made by an underdog with no budget. It was made by a dynasty too nervous to swing. And they'll wonder, if Nike hesitated this long with a once-in-a-generation phenomenon, who else might lace up and sprint straight past the swoosh next? For now, the ball arcs, the buzzer sounds, and a hush settles, one last hush, before fans buy out every seat in every arena just to watch that logo 3-turn noise into goosebumps. Because hushes don't last around Caitlin Clark. They shatter, and when they do, the echo writes history. Your move, Nike.